I'm here today with my boy, Phil Daru, and he's going to teach us how to defend ourselves. Phil, tell us some of the people that you trained over the years.
Well, I've trained myself, for one. Was a professional fighter for 8 years. Yeah. Also trained Dustin Poirier, Joanna Jedrzejczyk, Edson Barboza, Junior Dos Santos, a bunch of high-level, elite-level fighters. Also trained professional boxers and Olympian judokas.
Damn, so he knows a thing or two about a thing or two. This is Mark Bell from Super Training Gym. Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. Here today with my boy, Phil Daru. And Phil is going to take us through some 5 self-defense techniques.
Yeah, I've been, we'll make it happen. I think that the main thing with me is that when you're talking about self-defense is trying to control the variables. The same thing in any fight, you want to make sure that you have control of distance, you have control of your surroundings. Especially in a street fight, you got to make sure that everything is accounted for. So if you're in a bar, you're in an alley, you're in a cage, either way, you have to make sure that you're in control of everything. So if Mark here is a very big dude, you know, a little bit bigger than me. So what I'm going to do is I need to make sure that I can, one, have the distance enough to not get hit if he does try to come after me. And I also have to control his own body language. And I'm going to do that through what I do. So I'm going to try to mirror what he does and try to capitalize on his mistakes. So again, like I said, if we're, let's say for instance, we're at a bar, right? He's had one too many to drink, right? Maybe I bumped into him. Hey,
I'm like, this guy ain't shit with the beard. Come
that's
on.
it, right?
Come on, bro.
So now he's psyched up. He's ready to, you could see his body language. He's ready to fight. He's got his knuckles, go ahead and nicely clenched, right? He bladed himself already, so he actually knows a thing or two. And I would say that he has his right hand back. So for the most part, a lot of guys are gonna go and throw with this back hand. So when he goes to throw, first off, when he does that, I'm gonna put my hands up. So I make sure that if he does try to throw, I can parry, right? I can move. But again, we don't wanna get too close to where he can grab me. So I'm gonna be right outside in my fingertip range. So again, if he comes too close, bang, right? I can hit him with the overhand myself. If he does try to throw his overhand, right? I could be here, I could block, I could throw. Now, a lot of times you get guys that don't know how to fight. They're gonna throw the biggest haymaker they can to knock you out, right? So they're gonna come with all their might and just try to swing that thing over like they're throwing a baseball. Now, when that happens, again, you wanna make sure you measure your distance and you wanna stuff. Now notice, I'm not stepping back. A lot of people, when they see somebody trying to throw something at them, they're gonna try to move back. Now that's very dangerous, especially if you get your chin all in the air, you're gonna get knocked out. So what I like to do is stuff that shot. And when I stuff the shot, I'm gonna make sure that I'm protecting myself. So it's called a cover roll. So when I step in, right, let's say if I'm southpaw, right, I'm already bladed, I'm gonna go ahead and step in off of his right, boom. Now I have the opportunity, I can get underneath and grab, right? Now if I'm righty, you know, you feel more comfortable like that, I'm bladed this way, he goes to throw the overhand again, I step in, boom, and now I have the elbow, boom, I have the knee, I can break off and create distance. And that's gonna be a key factor, is create that distance. Once you establish your strikes, hopefully you may have knocked him out or he's bleeding all over the place and he wants to run home to mommy. So let's try it again. So we're here, you're getting a little fired up. I blade, boom, boom, boom. And I hit him in the, hit him right into the right. See, where you want to aim for is right here. So if I can hit his nose here, there's gonna be a large amount of tears that are coming down, probably can break his nose, and he's not gonna wanna fight anymore, right? If you're a southpaw, again, if I'm here, he goes to throw, right? Throw the overhand, boom, you can block, step underneath. And then if you're strong enough, you get your hips, and then drive up, right? Then take him over. So that's one, all right? That's if a guy is coming to just throw the haymaker. Now, if you're stuck in a position, right? Let's say, for instance, Josh, come on over here, okay? You got a bigger guy.
But part of a lot of that you were just demonstrating right there is just so shit doesn't get messy. Exactly. You're keeping your distance. You don't know if someone has somebody else with them. Exactly. And everything. And if you get too engaged with somebody,
there could be 3 or 4 other people around, right?
And that's the reason why you strike, you push off, and then you look around. because you don't know if he has friends. Again, you have to, again, see where you're at, know your environment, control the variables, right? So now, let's say you're just kicking it here, some guy doesn't like you, right? And you're just talking to your friend here, come on over, talking to me, and all of a sudden, right, just chilling, and then the guy comes behind you and bear hugs you, right? So he's gonna bear hug right around, you're trying to get him, right? Now from there, Josh, what are you gonna do? We're gonna drop level, right? You're going to shift your weight, your hip to the outside. From there, you're gonna bring that leg around the back. Now you got one or two options here. You got a trip, head, right? Or you can sling around to the back and suplex, right? So let's try it again in real time. So you come, what's up, man? How you doing? Up, to the back, pull. All right, so the main thing again is you want to drop your weight, because if he gets you up, you're going flying.
Yeah.
So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop my level. I'm gonna push his hands down, try to create some distance, or even break away the grip. Get behind, and then you have your head for leverage. So if I'm here, I have my head for leverage. Take this off. Head for leverage. Now I can just, big ass, come on over.
What about if we turn a guillotine?
So with the guillotine, it's gonna be, that'd be more of a schoolyard headlock, which is fine, because all you gotta do, turn your chin, right? And then you can sneak out the back if you want. Boom. See? So again, it's all about being in a positive position. If he's back behind you and he lifts you up, it's obviously not a positive position, right? So we wanna drop level, again, get our hips at least to the side of him, right? So our hips aren't stacked like this, right? Saturday night, right? We wanna drop that level. Boom. Now, if he's that high, that's gonna be even easier. Sometimes it's a little bit lower, so grab a little bit lower.
Down here or something.
Yeah, so a little bit lower than that. Boom. Yeah. So even here now, if he goes over under like that in that seatbelt, then I can take his hand and I can break the grip as I step back, right? And then from there, boom, then you wanna get your leg behind his leg, because you'll have more leverage that way. That's number 2, all right? Number 3, all right? Now this one is what we've probably all been through in a school fight. One of the guys doesn't have the greatest hands, and maybe he's a football player, and he comes to try to tackle you. So what you're gonna do is, if you're standing here, you guys are arguing, all of a sudden, he goes to shoot in. The goal, get a little lower if you want, if you can, right? I wanna bump him with my hips. So when I bump him with my hips, I'm creating space. Then from there, this hand, it needs to swim and step back. So again, from here, I see he's coming for me, I'm gonna step back, boom. I'm gonna bump him with my hips and my chest if I need to. Create space, boom, I can hit him with the elbow, boom, right? So there's a lot of space that can be done. So again, Josh, show him the double leg. So the double leg, boom, right there. The goal is to get this arm underneath. If this arm is here, he can take me and shoot that double, or just go ahead and spear me. So I need to bump, try to either push his head down, underhook, I can create space, boom, I can get back, knee, or I can drag him down. When I drag him down, I go to side ride. I take my hand and I cup his thigh here. From here, I can rain shots, right? Then I can swing to the back, pull him over, and choke him out. Okay? So, try to get it. Okay, now when you do the rear naked choke, come on over. We're not cupping our hands like this. We're not doing this. We're gonna take the blade, put it right there on his neck. I'm gonna go ahead and cup my hands together, gable grip style. I'm gonna take my head, I'm gonna put it close to his head. Get the hooks in and squeeze. All right, it's very easy. It's a blood choke. How that feel?
Pretty tight.
Now, it didn't look as fluent because obviously I'm suffering from an ACL, reconstructive surgery, so I'm getting back. But the goal, again, like I said, if he shoots in, boom, create the distance, right? You can go elbow, punch, get out, surrounding areas, make sure you're in control. If there is nobody there, there's no friends there, you can shut them down, put them to sleep, and call it a day. The best thing about that, again, with the submission is that you can't get as in trouble, right? You're not doing a whole lot of damage. You're just subduing the situation, you're calming it down, and you're just making them go take a nap, right? All right, so that was 3, right?
I think that's 3, yeah.
All right, so the next one, let's say for instance, I come up, and I'll teach you, but I come up, I'm arguing with you, you know, the dreaded shirt grab, right? So I'm like this here, right?
That's my favorite t-shirt.
I know. And you're crunching up my t-shirt, I'm mad at you, I'm gonna punch you in your face, and what are you gonna do from here?
I don't know.
Exactly. So, go ahead, grab me.
Yep.
Okay, now, for the
I got your
most
dog
part,
tags.
yeah, I know, right? What we wanna do is we wanna grab the smallest digit, and we wanna create torque, right? Because that's gonna break his grip. Then from there, I'm gonna step to the side, I can range shots, or I can just get out of the way. So, as soon as he does this, without a second thought, take your hand, wrap it underneath, or over top, my bad. Underneath though, I'm gonna take my other hand so I can control, or you can control the elbow. So under here, I rip and I rotate. Now I have control of his arm. I can range a shot here, boom, push him off, and keep going and fix my shirt a little bit, right? So again,
For the most part, when somebody does step 1 and you do step 2 and 3 on them, they're probably probably like, oh, I don't know what that was, but that dude knows how to fight.
Yeah.
Like,
and that has to be and it has to be aggressive.
Yeah.
But controlled aggression.
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm gonna grab you, it needs to be solid.
Right.
It doesn't need to be sporadic. So your grip, you have to practice this. You'll miss it and you're fumbling around.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work well. But if I can grab, boom,
Yep.
and just get him out of there, we're fine. Right. You don't necessarily have to keep the arm. Right. You can push away and then set up to strike again if you need to, or just, get out of the situation all the hands, right? And what's that, 4? The last one, right? The double choke, right? Right? So from there, if I'm standing here and this guy's just a maniac, he just wants to kill me, it's just for no reason. He's gonna grab my throat. Go ahead. Now, he's got a grip on it now.
This doesn't seem like I can choke this neck, by the way. Doesn't seem like I'm going to get anywhere.
Right? If you got big traps, it's another way for defense. So just remember that. So he's not getting choked either, so it's all good. But again, if you're a female, this will definitely help. What we want to do first, again, and this is the one I love, because this is the one that hurts the most. All right? We're going to drop level immediately. You drop level, hands come underneath. I'm going to shoot my hands up. Boom. From there, back of the head. Step back. Headbutt right into the nose, right? And then eye poke after that. So again, here it goes. Steps in, he choked me.
Oh, yeah, that would be
some boss rooting shit.
that would be wild.
But
Especially
again,
to the nose.
yeah. After that, it's pretty much all over. Unless he tries to come after you, then again, you can drop your level, take him down, and then choke him out like I showed you in the past with Josh. Right? So that's my 5, all right? Hopefully you don't ever have to go through this, but if you do, take it with you. And again, you can whip some ass and still be safe in the process.
I love it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Strength is never weakness. Weakness is never strength. Catch you guys later.